With that, is everybody ready?
Yeah.
We'll call the special meeting with City of Vernon. The workshop will follow Monday, 5:30 p.m., April 7th, 2025, order. Justification, please.
Heavenly Father, thank you for allowing us to be here tonight. We thank you for a fun and safe weekend. We ask that you'll guide the council and help them to do the best and make the best decisions for the city. Keep our community safe, our county safe, and our country safe, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. On the special meeting, number 1, we have a motion to approve the minutes from the previous meeting for the recreational ATV purchase. The bank needs the minutes approved. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried. Number 2, the storms that came in last night and this morning broke a limb off on Armstrong Street. When you go down McFadden and take a left on Armstrong, it's just before the bus barn. It's between the bus barn and just past, or right even with the backside of the Denton Estate. It's on the right side of the road, on the right of way. The limb has broken and it's not in the road, but it's leaning over and it's in a citizen's fence. It's laying in the
It's
property.
laying over the, I don't know if y'all can see that, but
Yeah, I see it there.
it's laying on the line and over into the,
Yeah, and it's
fence.
also, well, it doesn't matter because it's a resident, but it's an employee's fence.
but the bus barn's actually the one that called
Yes.
about it today.
And, so somebody from Bus Barn took pictures and sent them to Candace. I went and looked at it and sent pictures to Candace. Candace contacted, Mr. Dow Morris, who has given us the estimate before on that and something right there on School Mill, Shady Grove, I don't know, a year or so back. And there was no action taken. I spoke to Mr. Dow today and he said that he would be willing to take the tree out for $1,500. And the reason that he was gonna charge that was because of the line. He said that limb is gonna come on and break, and when it does, it's gonna take that line out. And in those pictures that Candace has got, you can see where it's not come down yet, but it's not far from it, and that tree's been leaning for a long time.
What kind of line is it? Power line or what?
I wanna say that it's some sort of communications line, I'm not sure.
It's gonna hit the power line.
It's gonna hit the power
It's gonna
line.
hit the power line, I think.
I know that there's a line running down through there, I don't know.
pictures,
I know that there's one of those lines that's low that when the big trucks
Oh,
come
this
in to
one
go
is
to the bus
hanging out, or
barn,
what?
they take out one of those communication lines that nearly every time they come through.
With the power line, why can't we call the fire people, get them to go do
We've got multiple,
Because there's multiple lines over
you
there.
can see right there's
it?
the
Yeah,
power.
yeah. The power line. One reason you're gonna be about 4 or 5 days when the power company comes.
Well, the power company will only take it down after it falls on the power line.
Yeah,
That's how they do it.
and my concern is, right now they're rerouting the buses, but I know one went that way today. And there's vehicles that go up and down that, in and out of the bus barn all
Well,
the
yeah, they
time.
rerouted. That's what she was calling
Yeah.
for, to tell me that they were gonna reroute the buses today.
But one of them actually did go through there today.
Oh, it
this
did?
afternoon, yeah, and cars going through there, I probably didn't even notice it, the way that it's,
I just, I'd rather work for it, get it cut.
I don't think that the employees can cut it with the lines.
But I'm telling that she give it a down.
Yeah.
I just put it on paperwork, am I right?
We have to vote on
You
it.
just gotta approve the
That low,
document.
Yeah, but we still gotta vote on it,
It's under your,
don't we?
under your minimum price.
Mine's I think it's 1,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if it was more than, if it was
Okay.
2,500, we'd have to put it out for bid, but since it's 15, we just have to vote on it, right?
Or you could declare it an emergency, and
Correct.
so that's different policy.
So do we still need to vote, or just,
I would.
that's what I thought was the easiest way to do
Yeah.
it. Do I have a motion to approve Dow Morris Company taking the tree down for $1,500?
Well, I make a motion to approve.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried.
Becky,
Now,
before you adjourn it, I apologize, I should ask Michelle, the thing on Church Street that I wanted to put under the workshop, it might need a vote, can I ask y'all now, in case it has to, okay.
Yeah,
Joey said that the way they would do Church Street in their meetings tomorrow is they go in and they're gonna grind up all that milling that's on it and rebuild the road, and then we would maintain it with box blade or however, but it would no longer be, there ain't much paving there left, it's
No.
mostly potholes.
That's all.
But that might be something y'all wanna vote on instead of,
Didn't they say that they did another road like that around here?
yeah, they've just done all the parks that way. They've done, Culpeper, I know is one of them.
Has anybody been down to Culpeper?
I saw pictures of it.
How's it
It
look?
looked good.
It does look good. Have you been down there,
And
John?
I,
Culpeper?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been down there, I mean, it's alright, yeah, it's nice, but it ain't gonna last, I mean, it's temporary, it's not gonna last. 'Cause that road gets pretty busy itself
Yeah, it is
in the
busy.
summertime.
but it's better than
Well,
nothing
right
right
now,
now.
it is, but, I mean, if they did that, and you come back with 2 inches of asphalt, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Well, that's cheaper than.
I spoke with Joey also about
That's
it, and he told me that they were planning on doing
They
it
did
the same way that they
Joey's
did
way,
that one.
and somebody
That's what he
come
was
back
just
and put 2 inches of
saying.
asphalt,
But
it'd
since
be
their
great.
meeting's tomorrow, I
If we
thought y'all
approve
might
it.
need to vote instead of just talking about it tonight.
And he, well,
Whichever
it's like I
way you
said,
I mean,
it
that's
buys some
something that
time until we could get the
Us
funds.
in the county's done for them, so
That's up to y'all,
possibly.
but, I mean, if, say
Keep
when
on
you
for a
got
while.
an asphalt company come in right behind them and put 2 inches of asphalt on it, it'll last 50 years, 30 anyway.
I understand that, but you also know our problem with the grant that we just
I
went
know.
through. We don't have the
I
funds to do
mean,
that.
say you digging up the whole dang road, what I'm telling you. Not that,
I would
pay
do
$300,000 for the road.
I'm sorry, Mr. Gary.
it. I wouldn't do it. You got better now than you would if you build that up. And,
So what now?
Are you saying no?
yeah, I would.
You wouldn't let the county do it?
Nope. So if they do that in about 4 or 5 rains, that it starts loosening up. You can't compact it enough.
They can pack it pretty good, it is nice, it's a nice road going in there, and it's been in there several years.
If we knew how long it was gonna be before we got a grant and we could get it,
Let's say 2027.
If M. Scott comes through, it'll be
Yeah.
2027 when the funds are released.
And the people are on us now about that road over there.
Like to
I
do,
think
to do
it's-
something.
And we need to do
for 'em.
something for
Well,
them.
we
Okay?
need to do something about Church Street, some people over there, they've been going to that mess for years.
And if
And
it
if this is
got,
a fix for now, then we need to get it done, I think.
to say if it even lasted for 2 years, 2 or 3 years.
Huh?
I mean, maybe the county could come back if it don't
That's
last
what
longer
I'm
than that
saying.
And redo it.
It's better than what we've got
Got
now.
now.
Yeah,
I would talk to the engineer first.
So what now, what you say?
I'm not trying to argue, Mr. Gary, but why do we need to talk to the engineer about it?
Cause he knows a lot more about that than any of us do.
But the county did Culpeper over there, and I haven't drove down it, but everybody says.
Did you
it was-
take her? You say you went down
Get the
there?
traffic.
It's nice, I mean, it's a lot nicer than it was.
Okay, I understand that, but
But I
the
like
traffic that's
saying-
getting now, you know, how bad that road is.
Yeah, that's
Wouldn't it be
not-
better to do something than nothing?
But
We
if
ain't got to
something,
pay for it.
but if
That's what I'm
something is
saying.
worse
What's
than
it-
nothing, no.
What-
Who's gonna pay for it, David? County?
County's paying
County's
for it.
paying for it.
Well, if the county's paying for it, why we complaining about it?
Can I ask a
I think you
question?
started the complaining.
Is
You
county
followed up.
Is county gonna maintain it
You're
though?
gonna see the same now.
No,
That's
What
what
is
I,
it?
the county's not gonna be responsible for maintaining it.
Is that kinda like what they did on Evans Road? Where Holmes Creek Road past Fanning Branch Road?
No,
They milled asphalt it.
no, that's paved.
No, it's not paved all the way now. It may have
No,
been,
cause you right, it goes into something.
but it
else
gets
there.
bad. I mean,
It gets real bad over
it
there.
gets like ridges in it. Like you say, the mill moves.
No, that's different, I mean, it is really different, I mean, it's a lot nicer.
So what are your options that you could do?
That's it. That's our only option we have right now for the
And
next few
we
years.
made promises.
I mean, Jason them come in there and the back of it, smooth it out, put some more on there, but they ain't done, but, 2 years down the road, you come in there and get asphalt coming in asphalt the road and be half packed.
Okay, well, since we got it on here, I'm gonna call for a motion. Do I have a motion to approve, the county fixing Church Street the way that they did Culpeper with the city maintaining it?
I make a motion that we let the county do it.
Do I have a second?
That's second.
Any discussion?
No.
All in favor?
Uh,
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried. I'm gonna adjourn the special meeting and open up workshop. Number 1, review spray field contract.
We haven't done that in years. But I think he had
It's
a
time,
5
yeah,
year.
yeah.
it's a 5-year
He
contract.
had a 5-year contract, I think.
They do a good job, it looks nice.
So this says here for 2 additional 1-year terms. Right? Another 5 years or 10 years is preferable. And I wonder why we wouldn't just go to another 5-year then, if everybody's happy with what they've done.
I don't see a reason not to go another 5 years if everybody's satisfied with what
You
they're
say you've
doing.
always done good, Mr. Gary.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Last time I went by there, it looked nice.
And does anybody have any reason to say no to that we're doing
So Candace, will you put it on the agenda for our next meeting?
Okay.
Any more discussion on that? Number 2, vehicle use for public works. And I think there's something on the back of our agenda about this. Candace?
Public Works asked me to talk to you about what options they have. All Chad has to use is the ATV. So in bad inclement weather, lightning and all that, that's what he's out there on. And he also doesn't feel safe pulling on and off of 79, traffic in it.
So we gotta have, so what is he saying?
Well, back in 2018, 19, 20-ish, right in there, Jason used his vehicle and the city gave him mileage. And that could be one option to do.
Well, I think if any city employee uses their vehicle, I mean, if you're on a job, obviously, they should be paid for mileage.
How's that all gonna be kept up with though?
Huh?
How's that all kept up with?
I don't know.
Knowledge time and all that
Before he
stuff?
turned in his mileage, is that how it was, Michelle? He turned in his Jason, when he did it, he turned in his mileage. I know Tracy did the checks then, and they just did travel, it's 56 cents a mile, I think.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
I think it's one
I'm pretty
Well,
sure
I'll tell
that's,
you what, ever since I've been in city council, every time I go around that block, I see a truck with Jason's eyes sitting in in his driveway all day long. I don't see why he can't park that thing down in the city hall and share that truck, cause he ain't sharing nothing. And talking about give him mileage, you give him enough now. Every job I ever had to be on, I had to drive my butt down there and get in the company truck and go. Why can't they do it?
Well, we got 2 trucks and 4
Yeah.
employees.
Well, split them up, half and half,
That
one.
was one of the reasons to get the side by side and read meters in and
I'm just bringing to y'all their concerns.
Yeah, they need to.
And then it's lightning and storm and he can't use it, so then he's
but okay, also.
not doing nothing.
If it's lightning and storm and they're not out working either, but.
Well, I know they go read meters sometimes when we're trying to get them done. Or if he goes to fix something, or if the breaker trips at the lift station when it's lightning, they gotta go down there. I don't know who drives what and who rides with anybody.
I think we have better planning what it needs. But I don't have a vote, that's up to y'all.
Like I said, they need to ride their own vehicle down there that place. Need to pair up. We got 2 trucks.
And is both of the vehicles that we have now fine? They are.
Yeah, they're both in good
So
shape.
I think that Jason Jason drives one truck and then Rusty drives another truck and then whoever, if they're on a day off, then, like Logan does it on Friday, I think, when Jason's off. Chad's off on Monday, so no, he doesn't have to have one on Monday. But if somebody's mowing, somebody's fixing a leak, somebody's working on whatever, unless y'all want only 2 people to be at each job, I mean, yeah, in good weather, it ain't no big deal.
Well, I've seen Jason out by himself on 5 days a week, not 1 day, 5 days.
Well, I don't know, I'm not saying about that, I'm just talking about
Well, I'm just telling you.
him having something to write in when it's not
You don't need
good.
to ride in on the day off, Candace.
Well, I ain't talking about this day
No,
off.
she wasn't talking about Jason, she was talking about Chad.
Yeah.
I'm talking about keeping them up.
We talking about Chad.
Any day of the week though, we only have 3 employees working, right?
No, they're all here on,
What day?
I think it's Tuesdays and Thursdays that they're all here.
Okay, yeah.
Somebody's off on Wednesday, I think.
Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays.
I think so.
I think
And I might be wrong. Jason had a tree down at the spray field and so he couldn't come. He was working on that.
Yeah, I think it is Mondays and Fridays.
Chad's off on Monday and Jason's off on Friday. I know that.
That's the only thing I know.
And Rusty's off on Mondays. I don't know about Logan.
Then Logan's off on Wednesday then. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I'm taking the consensus is that they need to better schedule. They
I
can, is that
watched
what?
Thomas work for years, and even with him and Jerry, they done years, they had 1 vehicle. They cover the same amount of mowing, except for sport. They don't help as much with the wreck. But Thomas did, he mowed it for years. Yes.
When I worked there, there was, 2 vehicles, everybody paired up. Everybody drove to the job, you got all your mess lined out and you went. And we did a whole lot more work than they do,
That's what you
than what we had.
Well, I think if he
Okay,
uses his vehicle, if I use my vehicle for the county, for the city, but I won't take anything from them, but if you use your vehicle, you're supposed, on any job,
There's no sense in using their vehicle on any job.
on any
Not
job,
running.
if you use your
You
own
got
vehicle,
2
you
trucks
get paid
down
for
there, they
mileage.
need to start sharing.
I don't know what they do.
I know exactly what to do, I've been riding around looking. What's wrong with y'all, you don't need to ride around looking what they do. I'm fed it, that's all it's gonna be. You got a problem with it now?
No, I don't have a problem with it, except the way that you address all of them.
Well,
So
you know,
you're the only one that knows
you
what's
kinda
going on in
aggravates
town.
me, but man, sits at the house all day, does nothing, just one truck that sits there with it, and it's a city truck. I got a bad problem with it, and he's been doing it for a couple of years now.
Okay, you have dates and times and pictures of that, because right now what you're throwing out at us is hearsay, and we hear it,
Like I said, y'all need to
Lots of
ride
stuff.
around.
I'm not riding around here checking on.
and we have to be careful about, I'm sure Michelle could tell you about not harassing, and
I have
I
not
even hear
harassed
stuff about
nobody.
council, so I'm just saying we
I'm
need to
just
be
saying what I'm saying.
cautious. Well, then you say what you wanna say, Johnny. But
Well,
if
it's
you
your
make
can,
accusations, you
Becky.
need to be able to back it up when it's
Johnny,
against
Johnny.
council or employees, is all I'm saying.
We need to get back in line.
Is there any more discussion on this? Cause this is a workshop and there's nothing can be voted on and
Do y'all have any ideas on what, I mean, Johnny says for them to pair up and ride together. That's one thought, but you're getting less work done that
so
way according to,
what about a closed-in cab? They make them for those,
for the ATV.
yeah,
You can close that one in that they have.
that's what I'm saying, you could.
You can
we-
get the accessories to close it.
Yeah, I know they make them.
So where I go, I thought that was one we bought it.
Well, it was.
Well, he does use it for a lot. He's just talking about when it's bad and he's got to,
Get out.
do stuff.
Well, I think that would be, I would prefer to close it in than to have everybody upset over somebody using a personal vehicle and going through all of
It's
that.
not that, if he gets a wreck on his personal vehicle,
I understand.
that's,
So just pass along to Jason to get pricing on closing that in and then bring it those.
Talking about the closing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is everybody agreeable to that?
yeah, I think.
Right now,
Is there any more discussion? Does anybody else have anything for the workshop? Anything they wanna add?
this weekend I thought went really well.
That's what
It seemed to be,
Yeah.
I was really pleased where it went. I thought it went extremely well. Hey, I couldn't stay Saturday. I was really surprised at the amount of people in the parade.
Yeah.
You know, and
I think it all went very
really
well.
was happy with what went on Friday.
Yeah, Friday night we had a
Those,
real good crowd out there.
Yeah, Friday
Those-
was good too.
I was surprised we had so many people out there.
And them young drummers were,
They're very good.
They are
They
just,
are.
I mean, I just
So good.
love them.
I told Miss Wiener we could get them 4th of July.
I might
show.
have a connection.
She may have some pull over there.
They are really good. That's actually, I think, the second time that I've got to see them.
I mean, and they was telling me at night when it
Yeah,
was
it's,
it
When they have
dark
the
and those
electronic
things are
ones.
lit, they
Yeah,
said they are just.
they're lit up,
They're
change
lit
colors.
up. I want to see that now. They said, when they're lit up, they're really, really nice. Yeah.
And the Historical Society, y'all, that place was elbow to elbow.
I know, you couldn't get
Saturday.
in there.
I
People
spent,
really went in there.
well, I had some family surprise me and, we spent probably an hour and a half in there, walking through, looking at everything. I hadn't been in there in a long time myself. They've added a lot since I've
They've
been there.
added a lot.
There was a lot of people. So,
Is it something y'all wanna continue, that, the community's trying to do just some, working together and having some committees that work with the city on stuff? Is that something y'all wanna continue the city to do it every year?
I would say if it went good.
I would love. to
Well, because the
see-
TDC sponsored, it, the TDC did it and they had sponsors, which we could probably get the same
sponsors
sponsors
of our own.
or other sponsors.
I'd just add a little bit more to it every year with different sponsors, with different.
I mean,
Around the
we
same
paid
time.
for a little bit of the city paid for a little bit of fireworks, it wasn't
They didn't
much
pay
at
for
all, but they
them.
were really good, I thought.
Well, everybody
For what
was
we
telling us
had.
we should do our own fireworks and start burning up that money.
But I thought they were good for what we spent, and,
I
I just
know
got
they were
those
very
right there on
good.
52 in Alabama. And, would y'all want it to still be at all the like, we had the museum, the city square, the library, and they had the creek. The boat was unable to come, I found out, when I got to the creek. But,
Yeah, 'cause a lot of people went down there looking for the boat.
but do y'all,
I
would
think
y'all
we should-
still want it everywhere?
I'd like to see it consolidated to maybe here, the square,
Keep the
Or
Shady
do you-
Grove on
the
Friday
museum.
Or
night,
do you wanna
the Shady
do,
Grove.
or all one thing?
well, I got to thinking like, you could do a lot back here at the back too. I didn't know about the city square, if like that run out of room or anything like that, you could always put stuff back there too, and it would just be in the same, if you needed more room.
We got the parade people gonna be lining up there,
Yeah,
Oh,
that's true.
yeah.
I think that's-
Okay, well, just ideas we'll throw around, but I think we probably, if we're gonna have one every year, we need to start planning pretty soon
Yeah.
to make it work. And Heather said she could give me all the information of
Well, we got these-
demonstrators that she had.
Yeah,
I think it's a great idea, I think. Does anybody disagree?
no, I think we should do it.
One more thing, and I just saw it, I'm sorry, the spring fling,
Yes.
Yeah.
that's is that our Easter?
No,
Nothing.
we're doing the Easter egg hunt the Saturday before Easter. I'm doing the Easter egg hunt and doing the food and inflatables. The spring fling is, the rec coincides a lot with the schools, like we help with football, like feeding them from time to
Yeah.
time and just different things like this. So this was one of our ways of, like, we could help with the middle school beta trip and like help, try and get them to nationals. They got a nationals trip coming up. So I asked if they would be willing to kind of do like a community spring fling type thing to get everybody out and everything and have like face painting and just kind of as a fundraiser for them, but yet it's still, the rec is doing it as a big community-wide thing, if that makes sense.
Yes,
So
so
that's
you've
where-
got 2 events going on in April.
Yes, well, we have opening day
3.
this Saturday.
3.
Yeah, we have opening day this Saturday. Next Saturday is the Easter egg hunt for the kids and everything, and we'll have the inflatables and feeding them and all that. And then that next Friday will be our community spring fling. Just another way to try and get everybody out and, schools help support, rec and rec help support,
Well,
just
the
trying to bring
kids-
the community together.
All the kids that participate in rec goes to that school, so.
If you would, Miss Nikki, will you get all the flyers and information that you have to Mr. Goldie so he can
Yes.
put it up to the place?
I found it all on Facebook. I don't count on anything coming from that
I
direction.
did.
He had already shared it, I saw it.
You already
Okay.
see?
She's no different from the CDC or anybody else, so.
Well, this was like I did say the Easter
Gotta
egg
do
hunt
better
thing last
next, Nikki.
time,
Do
but
better next time.
I'm trying.
Hey, the petting zoo that we had here at Christmas
Oh,
is
yeah,
going to
that'll
be
be
at our
Easter.
Easter egg hunt.
I just think the kids are gonna love that.
And I'm really excited about that because I enjoyed that
Yeah, I
as
did
much as
too.
the kids did at
I did too.
Christmas.
It was great.
And I think at Easter, that's.
I
a
And
good
they
thing.
do that
some more
free.
ideas
They
coming
just
through the
bring all the
summer.
animals and
Like I
that's
wanna
free.
do maybe, I'm in talks with somebody about maybe a concert under the stars, like a local person. And just doing like, just trying to get the community back together. Like, so I am in talks with somebody. So maybe
Good.
hopefully that'll happen this summer. We do gotta get through this fall season. It's already started, so I'm a
Thank
little
you.
spread out.
Does anybody have anything else? If not, I'm gonna ask for a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Do I have a second?
I'll say.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any adjourned?